Hello there and welcome to my 4th Dominion match of Season 65 playing Yurikamome. We're in this world of constant server restart, so hopefully that isn't too obnoxious and doesn't totally break anything, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got a lot of pretty good amount of Rising Sun here. Well, 2 cards anyway. Gold Mine, Rice Broker. I don't know if I played a game with Rice Broker on YouTube yet. In any case, Rice Broker is a little trasher that gives you some draw and potentially quite a bit of draw, especially here we have Fortress, so there should be good Fortress synergies here between Salvager and Rice Broker. Yeah, it's not super easy to activate Emissary. Maroon could be quite good here. I guess it's sort of Maroon versus Salvager in the opening. I tend to agree, I think, and and there's also Legionary stuff. Of course, if you have Rice Broker Fortress in hand, then that's not such a big deal. But it's certainly something to watch out for here. I'm kind of expect a Rice Broker buy. I'm gonna get the 4/5 here like this. Guess I could have, no, I don't quite have that. So now the question is, do you go ahead and blow up the Fortress to get the draw here and the nice, I mean, if you play the Maroon faster, it's almost better than the alternatives. You're gonna see 6 of 8. So we could get a loot here, but you get plus buy from Gold Mine anyway, and if you dig for the loot you may whiff. It could also just be another Rice Broker quite easily. Or even like a Salvager at this point is not totally insane. The sequence to hit it is not trivial. The advantage of the Gold Mine, of course, is there's a real shot of getting to do Legionary attack sooner, which isn't bad. Though the Rice Broker is obviously quite nice. I'm gonna try the Salvager. So they didn't find. I don't hate a foray. There's just some bad draws on it, and the Kingdom gives you pretty much anything you want to do for the forays anyway. So I would be a little leery of it. Because we got Rice Broker Fortress probably in this next hand. I think we go like this. Just buy a Fortress. Oh no, I don't have 2 Rice Brokers. What am I even thinking? So this is going to hit the gold gain and the drawing of the gold. Very possible the salvager was just wrong. I need to get Rice Broker because I need to get the drop if I'm going to get, okay, they do 4A, so. Puzzle box, nice, of course. Puzzle box does get kind of counteracted by the Legionary a little bit. Not a huge amount, but because you still set aside a Rice Broker or whatever if you have extra. This may be Fortress Legionary. Okay, that makes sense too. We didn't find the Maroon off rip here. So we could Way of Seal something here as well. We would be passing on trashing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 11. Or we can just go straight to 10 with a trash. I guess I am quite a bit thinner, actually. They can, of course, like, still kick off. Especially with a seal. Now, if they draw a bunch of other draw cards and they have to discard a lot of them, that helps. It can make the sequencing potentially a little more awkward. They seem to be thinking of forays, though. I guess I just don't get it. I mean, not that they're bad, but there are a few things I guess you could get out of there that could be really nice, but this is like not foray now for sure. Oh, this is back to foray. Like figurehead's okay. I guess they'll probably just top down, though you don't increase your buy, so you get money here, but you still are at 3 buys next turn, which is probably plenty. Well, let's think here. We can get thinner, or we can have a little more money. There's definitely something to getting thinner. IMO. Oh, had to immediately. We're a bit overdrawn. Figurehead will be really nice for yurikamome next turn. I'm still just playing a little behind here from the... Not quite sure where I got back foot here, but... The gold split is not super great for me. So I have the thinness, but I don't really have matching. There's not really like gain and play here much to compensate for that. Other than the gold mines. I do have the salvager, which is kind of nice for a milling threat, but yurikamome could pick up a salvager whenever and then be back in a similar spot. We're going to hit these hands where, you know, you just have to have the Rice Broker and Forgers in hand, and yurikamome has slightly better tools for doing that between the figurehead and the puzzle box. So, but just like imagine if the loot had been Sexton or something, you know. I mean, it wouldn't be in the world, but we can fortunately mitigate the puzzle box a little bit. It's just a scheme in some sense, rather than like a, you know, a haven. Well, I don't know how to describe it. It's not exactly either of those things, but the big thing being just that it's I mean, you still have to reserve the card in hand to get set aside, right? So it's not scheme-like in that sense. But it does get hit by the... Get a doubloons. They're all about the 4-8s. I mean, doubloons is pretty nice in this instance. So, would like to play the gold. Okay. I should think a little bit about foraying. I mean, I don't have to think super hard about it. We've got 2 golds left in deck. 2 gold salvager. That's 10. Legionaries 13. Yeah. So we could get quite thin here. Or we can play more of the stuff. We're up to just 3 buys. There's not a huge amount here. Kind of want to green a little bit. Doubloons is probably pretty darn good. Assuming they draw. Which is likely, given the figurehead. Should probably search for a loot. Yeah, there's some annoyances there. I don't have to play the... I mean, we want to have 13, I guess. After... or not 13, but like 9-ish. 9, 12-ish. So we could stop. Well, we're not going to stop here. So What are we at? 7. We have 3, so we need like $9 more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're fine on money. Emperor is fine. We're not in a pile out situation. We're not gonna be in a pile out situation. I maybe should have gone Salvager instead of Fortress. That's obviously there's a chance of that going quite bad. I'm not sure the foray was right. Whatever. I'm kind of surprised at the only 1 gold, but maybe the next turn the buy wouldn't be there to need that much money. I don't know what the money total here is. If you can go to like Double Province Salvager, Top Deck or Icebreaker, if you can do that, then that's pretty good. You probably have threat on 4. There's a lot of money in here, but I don't know how much exactly. Five golds, 2 loots. Yeah. Would have probably trashed. I guess that's a $2 swing. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the Salvager. I don't know what the puzzle box. I guess it probably set aside a Fortress. Yeah, I mean, I like this buy. This surely threatens 4. I probably can only single. I mean, I guess single probably just loses anyway. They don't have to take debt. They can. So they have Rice Broker Fortress in hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 7. 3, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9, 21 plus 20, 23. Probably doable. Which could be province. I mean, the issue is that 4 is for sure just gonna get waxed. So single, but single is also just not gonna cut it because they're gonna true triple or true quad maybe even. But I have to kind of play for something that looks like that. I can maybe do the Amphora next time. Maybe do like Province, Ricebroker, Salvager. It's not crazy. It won't work, but it's not crazy. I mean, I guess I should probably take the. But what does that open up anything new? 3, 5, 5, 22. I mean, it would let me get a duchy, I guess. Which I don't know that actually helps enough, but I don't think yurikamome has $40, but maybe. The figurehead wasn't in deck last time. I don't even have 2 provinces to mill 2 things, so that doesn't really help me. Okay, yeah, it just has $40. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't love the forays, but they worked fine. I mean, if one of those is a chalice, maybe it's bad, but otherwise, I don't know. You could miss buy and be pretty sad, I think, but hopefully we don't. I've never actually looked at Yurikamome's ban list. It's kind of sad. This is pretty sad. Black Market's sad. Governor's really sad. Jeff's really sad. Swimmer's slightly sad. Invest slightly sad. Keep slightly sad. Wall, whatever. Plot. This is sad. Secret cave sad. Yurikamome has terrible taste. Encampment sad. I don't know what to tell you. It's awful taste. Alright. We've gamble. The plus buy here is really cruddy. There is a pretty okay amount of draw, though not a lot of VP or attack stuff. Plus buy is weakish. You could. Stables is going to be pretty good here. I mean, if you want to try to be drawish, you probably open well, cut purse. You could gamble. You can make money here. That's not really the problem. Opens with slay. Just slay off rip. Are they gonna gamble? You gamble here. I don't really understand the slay opening, but oh, I guess there's procession. Yeah, that makes more sense. To get but you only get conspirators. Well, you get processions and conspirators, I suppose. It's all a bit awkward. The cut purse probably pretty bad. Can understand anyway what's going on a little better here. It's still hard to like line up the I mean, you can't buy 30 slays. I mean, you can, I guess, buy 30 slays. That's what Yurikamome is doing at this point in time. I'm so confused. Not in a remotely good way either. If I'm gonna lose to this too, but I don't get it at all. I did bottom deck these things, which is sad. I thought I was gonna win, but now I don't know. Why do they have so many? I'm so confused. We didn't find the procession. Not the procession, the sleigh rather. Must be copper. We're just leaving that there. I guess the percent, those will just be gone probably. Well, they could dud, but we can top deck things. Okay, well, they have like 30 coppers, but we don't hit because that's the game we're playing. Now I have, I mean, I could try to play the paddock, I guess. It's 2 horses paddock. You can swing once and it's safe. And then after that, you probably need to take these. Of course, this is my hand. Why didn't their hand have 2? Well, I guess maybe the horses were guaranteed. I don't know. No, this was just a clean shuffle. It's just baloney. IMO. With bias, of course. I think you have to go for the attempt the paddock. Maybe I should have even done the second gamble, though it can be really sad. Why wouldn't you just why are they so slow? Why would you not auto click this once you have? Maybe it was a procession thing or something. I don't know. Makes me so mad. This whole thing is making me mad because I don't think this was at all like guaranteed to kick off or just be either of these turns look like this. Do I understand that once it starts going, that the sleigh reaction is doing good work? I do understand that. This I don't know how many horses did they have at that point. They had 6 horses, but still 6 horses, 9 coppers. Oh, this is the hand. I don't think they made this. Maybe they triggered part of it. This was just like clean, right? This was just like a clean shuffle. It's infuriating. Now this, I understand you can trigger the shuffle. You can gamble and double province, I guess. Gamble to have the horses and shuffle and then double province. Why not? You can build up a little more. You can also herbalist something, but you're not necessarily the way this builds up isn't super fast. But you have 9 horses and then you have to decide, I guess, if you want to do herbalist paddock probably, and build a little more or whatever. I was just in myself. This is slightly infuriating because they didn't even actually draw a deck. But what they bottom decked was mostly crud. Maybe there's a little bit more good stuff in there. I don't know. I guess this is probably a sleigh that they're thinking about whether to procession or not. Oh. Well, I can play for a dud here. Sort of. Of course. So what do I even have? I don't even have double. What is wrong with me? I don't even know what's in here. I'm so sad. I am real mad about the top decks, which were not triggered. I don't think this one wasn't triggered either. Yurikamome left. Okay, sorry. I'm here. I should have said something. We can play 10 minutes, I guess, of this. Need to make sure. Game number. I'm gonna break. Having to playing solo economy that you have to banquet. That you have to banquet for your procession and then still having every turn go perfectly is I can't deal with it. Enlarge can do receive tribute. Enlarge into like ports is a good way, good step along the way. Otherwise there's a lot of draw and village and stuff, so I don't know. The opening here seems kind of tough to me. Maybe it's shanty silver. Certainly Baron can work out in a nice fashion, but you don't really want to keep the... Well, I mean, enlarge is always tough, right? Because if you don't have the things in hand, then there are a lot of reasonable, like, targets for received tribute. Maybe not the best things ever, but like not crazy. Could be enlarge fuel. Again, there's no VP. Oh yeah, there is this collection. There's collection. Holy cow. I don't know. You do shanty silver. Again, you can do the Baron, but I don't think the Baron is crazy by any stretch, but we're gonna port, we're gonna hit the shanty town, draw the enlarge, be living large, or something. Well, this is okay. We're just gonna end up with a deck with decks that we just pile out the cruddy villages and do nothing. Is a copper? Oh, in a state. No, right, because I trashed them. So let's do it. You gotta live, right? Probably not worth it, but you know. As I say, they're gonna hit the Baron, so they're not even gonna have to do the crappy thing I did. They're gonna be able to do collection, receive tribute, which sucks for me. Sucks really bad. I really had to find Shanty or Imperial Envoy, I guess. If they kick off here, it's really bad. I could have taken the gold, I guess, but I don't know. We're probably completely cooked. Buys a Baron, interesting. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. Okay. It's my favorite card in all of Dominion. At work again. It can't miss, right? I mean, what else would it do besides this? Everybody loves it. I know I love it. such a fun and neat and cool and great thing that exists in Dominion. And I really like it. Why did I trigger the shuffle? I'm just an idiot. I'm an idiot, worse than an idiot. Man, I really hate Hunter. I just really, 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 really hate Hunter. Yurikamome have Hunter banned? No, see what the there's no way this is gonna work out into anything. For sure we're toast. We need, I guess, another Imperial envoy. I'm not sure there's even like a shanty town in there. In here. It's just a bunch of nothing. Oh, what did I play? Free copper. Yeah, it's like a lot of coppers. Well, maybe this is all the coppers. I don't know what it is. Oh, just breathe a little bit. Just breathe. Oh, there is a litter, right? Because I tossed the litter. No, I kept the litter. What did I toss? Just I can't with this, as they say. This is not particularly easy to receive tribute on. How come when I take this stupid copper for my receive tribute, it's bad, but if they take the stupid 2 coppers for banquet, it's the perfect draw? Riddle me this. The worst part about this all is that this game is still stupid enough that, like, I could win. There's worlds where I, like, get draw. Like, I'm mad that this worked out. We need to, at some point, play the Grove to get a little bit of looky-loo at what's going on here. I don't really have more payload to play, right? So we can just toss the envoy, because the only thing down in there is unfortunately the Sacred Grove is kind of friendly to yurikamome, but what can you do? I don't know if I still have another Baron or if those are dead. Yeah, okay. I kind of thought there was a Baron. So I've played more or less everything, right? The only thing I could gain was a miser. Is that correct? That looks correct to me. So that's probably not in the works. This should either be litter or Imperial envoy, I guess. We're really not too close to a pile out. This is terrifying. Though my last turn kicking off was already sort of crazy. Yurikamome really doesn't have enough draw for the amount of collections. I probably should have gone collection, litter, Imperial envoy, and just waited to do gain and play on the collection if that was going to be a thing. It's going to be funny when the big collection finishes piling the estates instead of doing anything else. This is a lot of villages, not all of them by any stretch, but I still have like 5 or 6 outs. That ain't one of them. So, Imperial envoy Baron. We'll just have to see now. Probably pile out for yurikamome. Maybe shouldn't have taken the Baron. Oh no, that's not a pile out. Though it can score quite a bit. Though it can't score, you know, half VP or anything, which will leave a little bit open for me if they lower shanties or barons or whatever. This was a stupid game. We weren't very disciplined with draw. I mean, yurikamome especially. But this is gonna be a little awkward. The Grove's not in there, but and they can score a little, but it's not easy to score without. I mean, you could go miser double 5, and that's a pretty good amount of points. It doesn't necessarily leave me a pile out. But yeah, you could go miser, whatever. I mean, it doesn't prevent me winning on like a shantytown pile out though. Like a shantytown collection pile out is still totally feasible for me. Or Baron, whatever. So like, and scoring like max score here is probably pretty bad. They did have a lot of stuff they could gain from that, but like a miser, like a shantytown with 4 is still gonna be pretty close. And if I can do a I can do a received tribute, there may be something there. That was actually a pretty good amount of points. That was more points than I was anticipating them being able to score, but this is whatever. You know, I'll take it. I gotta think about this though. What happens if we just don't play? Well, that's still $1 million. I guess the hope is that they didn't draw very good, maybe. They still don't have draw, as far as I understand it. We could think about estate shanty town is 18, 23. That's not gonna be enough. We also have a lot of debt. There's another enlarge in here. Which has now been top decked. I don't, do they have, they must have more Imperial envoys now. Probably down in here. Probably I lose. I don't know if there was a win that I didn't. I mean, obviously I could have done the enlarge pre-shuffle. I don't know if that helps me. We have so much debt. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. The Sacred Grove is in here? Yuck. Well, I guess we just hope they don't draw enough. Of course, I can't draw either, so what is it? What does it even matter? Stupid game. We're so bad. This is all so bad. I should have done road network. I thought about doing road network, to be honest. they have one of those in hand, or did they draw it raw? If they drew it raw, I'm mad. But probably they had another one. There was... Yeah, they probably had one. My stupid deck. What are they even looking at this for? Is it for shanty? It must be shantytown consideration, but like, I assume it's pretty obvious. What? Wait. There's no way trashing that copper helps you. There's just no way. Which is fine. Who cares? I'm not sure silver actually helps. Oh well. It's gonna be the estate pile out. I assume. Well, I guess it's the same amount of money. If you have barons that are unpaired with estates, then that's kind of extra money towards the estate pile out. Otherwise, the collection gain is like a little weird. I mean, if you don't know it works in hand, then this is very weird. I mean, it's weird to do the collection specifically. If you're trying to angle for like shantytown draw here, you know, you have to, you can do some stuff, but I'm kind of surprised. I guess it wasn't in hand yet. I'm surprised the estates weren't there with the grove and like a baron. Well, this is better, but oh yeah, what's the... That's confusing. It's confusing to go so far as to trash the collection without to go so far as to oh. This is annoying. This is so annoying. Should be me, I think. Okay. Just be like me. Just take it without consideration. Or communication. That was my... Well, Villaging is a little rough here. Too bad Gondola isn't like a contract or something. Then you could do some King's Cash contract-esque things, you know? Something like that. I'm gonna have... Yeah, these are always annoying. I guess if you whiff, you can buy Gondola to play your peasant. Save your do peasant buka. Take the curse. I guess you can also borrow, and if you draw the 2 coppers, well, you're guaranteed to draw 2 coppers. I guess you could do it that way. You could borrow for like trading post or puka and use the token and then buy the peasant and not get a curse. But you would use your token and you'd take your -1 card, of course. It's not crazy. It might be bad, but it's not crazy, I guess. You wouldn't have to take your, if you had the 4/2, you could take the token and do it without you know, without even taking your -1 card, and it would still be guaranteed. Or you could try and keep your coffer and see if you roll the thing. But well, this is kind of annoying. Is it worth it? I kind of like trading posts a little bit here. It's not clear to me how any of this goes. You'd rather the copper, I guess, miss than the estate, but oh well. I still think peasant's worth it. I mean, you can probably get enough bakers to have a nice disciple target, potentially a nice teacher target. Unclear. These are the hands that are going to be kind of stupid, because like now I've avoided, like what do? Do you just take the baker because you really want bakers? There's not a good low money hand, unfortunately. I know you borrow for baker there. It's not a good trading post draw. I mean, it's better than trading post missing and probably colliding with something, but it's not a good trash at all for yurikamome. Takes Cardinal. Cardinal seems... I guess if you hit the Travelers, it's good. Which is possible. Which direction of this makes more sense? Does it matter all that much? It doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, obviously you would have liked to either trash 2 estates or whatever. There's always things that could go better. I don't need to elucidate them all. It's worthless. Okay. I mean, it's okay to have a lot of the fugitives and stuff. Probably. No one knows. get cardinaled. Do you borrow for the bakers? That's the hard one here, right? Because it could be sad. All about those cardinals. I don't really quite get it, but I mean, you can hit it. Obviously, a -1 here wasn't super great because we're whiffing on stuff. But get a baker. This cardinal will probably be slightly friendly. I don't know. Is there another soldier? What's in there? These didn't get hit, so. I mean, the advantage, obviously the cardinal can hurt the travelers. The advantage for me is that I didn't buy the cardinals. So I get to play some better things at points. Whether that's, this is going to probably be like a gondola into a cardinal. But it'll take a borrow, I guess, to make it happen. I don't know. Maybe it won't happen. These miss the shuffle, so the cardinals in the next shuffle are probably just cycling for the most part. Could hit the trading post. There are some good hits, but like I said, these are not devastating by any stretch. And you don't get more than playing, you know, playing them occasionally. I'm sure we'll get sadness, but not today. Not so far. And we just build up an army of bakers, if you will. What do? You make the gondola miss and use a token, and then you have an extra one the next time. Is that worth it? When did they get Groom? I missed that. Or you just save the coffer. If we can play this teacher and get the plus card, oh baby. The teacher is going to be the one that gets hit though, for sure. That you already know. I should be fine anyway. GG's. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna draw the trading post. We can still get some beat upness, but we can play everything with gondolas. We just have to spend a lot of coffers to do it. It's like spending coffers to trash a silver, which seems bad. That's got to be bad. But to play the peasant and the teacher might be worthwhile. And get a soldier, and then I don't know what you do with the buy. Maybe nothing. I mean, you could go up to whatever and do things, but just get another peasant. Peasant's probably okay-ish. And then I will green. We'll put cards on bakers and we'll go. You could put coin on baker. I think chaining the bakers is probably worthwhile. I don't think this estate is helping you. This is the kind of world you're living in when you play this deck, I guess. You're grooming for that, and then I don't know about that. You use these. You have to use these gondolas in ways that are not. What is the idea here? Maybe they're just messing around at this point, I guess. Should we trigger this? We're not getting double or anything. I think you just don't trigger it. I guess if I knew that there was a whatever. You just take our double. There's just got to be a pretty small window. I shouldn't have lost my I shouldn't have lost my peasant. That was a huge mistake. Well, turns out Cardinal still sucks. There's a window. To be fair, there's a window where it can be devastating there, but it's like you're really like, if that doesn't happen, what are you doing? And if it hits bakers during the baker bind part, of course it's just nothing. And then look, encampment found a way, and I respect encampment for that. What's panic? Is it the buy one? Yeah, okay. So the plunders won't be able to stick around. But you could hold you can hold one in your hand like a precious child or a gold, probably more likely. You can hold a gold in your hand for your encampments if you so desire. Or you can play minion. You can play minion. We have some tri-types. By some, I mean one. Couple duels, few duels. This is gonna kind of pose a classic problem of whether you want to run the traditional draw engine with encampments, hunting grounds, or if you want to run the minion deck. Way the rat probably helps. Oh no, wait. Yeah, okay. Way the rat probably helps minions a little bit. Should help everything, of course. Did you go Bobble Mountain Shrine here? You go Mountain Shrine Encampment, I guess. I think you have to go Mountain. Well, you know, if you had the 5T, you could maybe take an upgrade, but this is unfortunately going to be a little bit annoying with the oh, well, I guess I should use my Peaceful Cold before I forget, even though I can use it the next time as well. It's not clear to me that the upgrades are necessarily better. The stowaways are not super easy to like play a lot of. One is not too hard, but I guess you just want one anyway, probably for the core tier stuff. We may still be gaining goals at core tier even in a panic world, and you wouldn't have to run buy. You could do action coin gold, then you wouldn't have to run buy on the core tiers, and if you could draw the golds, then that would still be doing something for you. And of course, it's a way to keep the encampment happy. I guess I'm gonna take a bobble. What is bobble? I still kind of like minions. It could get maybe beat up by the other stuff, but buys a stowaway, okay. I guess I take coin favor here. Bobble would be a lot better on this board if Peaceful Cult was end of buy phase. It would be way better actually. But it's not. There is a danger here of taking the stowaway. The usual danger. Particularly if they've put in a 2 here. Especially if they top deck it, then I'm like, then I may just have to pass on it. Then it may be top deck favor and top deck an encampment. Come on, pick your buy. You can do it. You can pick your buy. You can do it. Does Dombot get messed up by the server stuff, or does Dombot persevere? Dombot perseveres. What a plucky little bot. Okay, I'm gonna go. The old militia. Well, that brings up a real question. Do I want this stowaway? I still don't want to react, but it could easily not be in there. Yeah, so I narrowly avoided a horrendous fate. We just want to do it like this. I'm not fully convinced that this is all that good, but I did cycle them, so I maybe cycled them into the stowaway, which would be less than ideal. The 4s aren't super appealing. I need to figure out a way to get 5 again. I mean, I do need a stowaway at some point. Just go for it. You just gotta go for it. Mostly I need one to do courtier with. We're gonna be real clean. Well, it's gonna be a while, right? Because that militia wasn't long for this war. They bought another one? I missed that. What do we think the odds are that they buy a thingy? A duration. And what are we getting out of not keeping it? We're getting basically a peaceful cult probably, or a top tech. They're gonna have a pretty good amount of money. So they're probably not buying the duration. Oh, there's a thing in the trash. Now that I did not... I guess it wouldn't have changed what I did here. Particularly. We may get... Yeah... Yeah... That's a bummer. This part's good, though. Should have probably thought about not top decking the encampment. But I didn't do that. This is the world we're in now. Yeah, this is about what we expect. We've got... Okay, this could be This could be a lot worse. How much worse? Well, at least a lot. We're almost to the panic disappearing stuff. At the end of my next turn, we're going to be in panic disappearing stuff. This is just copper minion, so it's not really a big deal. I may not actually do the top decking. I guess it's still, is there any way to get curses? I was gonna say, I guess it's still to your advantage if you're not going to use the top decking to get the favor. Unlikely to matter, but you might decide to trash the hunting grounds or something. It's not impossible. Okay. Do I want the gold? This was not a very good draw for yurikamome. I guess I go action, coin, gold. We're gonna get the encampment play. It's gonna have not bad shots at hitting the gold. Not great shots either, though. Well, we don't activate panic either. That's a bit of a bummer. So there may be some incentive here to trash. Let's do encampments. We need another stowaway, probably. I guess we don't have to if we take 2 encampments. It would be nice to be able to get... We're gonna get minioned almost certainly, but it'll be... yeah. Not finding the shrine there really did hurt. Pretty good amount. This is going to be potentially scary. It would be great to get some way the rats in. They were thinking about ratting. Okay. I'm gonna draw everything. This unfortunately doesn't draw the... Well, no, it'll be okay. We don't need... We'll have two, we'll do a... Well, if we want... Yeah, okay. So if we want to gain and play the minion, we need this. I guess we could have trashed and get an attack in. So it would have been less money. If I thought there was something I could do with this. This may get a little dicey. Oh, but that sucks. For them. Okay. Actually, we do need to think about this a little bit. Because, it's not guaranteed to preserve the encampment if you do it this way. I don't know if that was right. Yeah, this is not... I didn't do this all right, but... It's not a huge deal. Do we want to bobble? Probably not. We could have had more money there, of course. The militias are dead, right? We can't let the game last too long. I'm surprised they didn't try to do any courtier rat stuff. What did they upgrade? Just trash copper. Okay. So it'll be clean here, but I can play more terminals, but it's not super easy to build up. Ideally, we get a courtier rat here, but that is not guaranteed at all. Okay. This is awful. What did we even do to deserve this? This is encampment, courtier, bottom decked. Okay. Stupid. We can't really... All right, well, that was really good. We can rat. This is going to be all minions then. This is a little bit of a sad hand to... That's probably going to get minion. Well, I don't know. Their payload's weird. We can double here. Might be okay. It's not like the... this is kind of tough though. It makes the courtiers well, but not for double. It doesn't really matter all that much. Okay. This is probably pretty close to double in hand. 1, 2, 3 is 8. Yeah. I guess you just do it and see if they can get the duchies or not. It doesn't matter this order. They need a lot of duchies, but the upgrade is 1. 4 duchies estate, double province. That seems tough. I should go further. It seems not possible, but... So that means you got to play for a dud of some sort, which is possible. I mean, I have a good deck to single province, but certainly the minion hand could go awry. I mean, this is great if they don't play the minion, and really bad if, potentially really bad if they do. It's not terrible though. I mean, it's really not terrible. There's still a lot of outs in the remaining hands. The shrine being in this hand is probably kind of good regardless. And the province being in this hand is probably good, so. And the gold's not bad either, to be perfectly honest, so. Of the hands you could be looking at, maybe the only nicer thing would be like if the gold was another province. Would be pretty good for me, as far as dud avoidance. Hunting ground can only be trashed with upgrade, so that's not that much. There's not a lot of value there. As far as the point situation, I don't know what the money. There are only 4 golds out, so I assume all the coppers are gone, but maybe yurikamome still has some. I have 1 of the golds, so they only have 3 golds. They would need 20. Let's assume the militia gets trashed by Duchy, then they would still need 15, 16, 2. So that's like a lot of money. $35, $33, I mean. Buys wouldn't be a problem with the golds, but it's like 10 golds. They only have 3 golds right now. So the courtiers are like 2, kind of, if you can draw it. Draw is also a problem, right? There's just one more encampment draw and in the upgrade then. So you can see 2 cards of a shuffle. So the courtiers are like, I have 2, 7, 5. Maybe it's close. I'm not sure. 5 and then. I will be sad if the money is there, but. There's 5 golds. That's 15, 27, 31 with the minions. There are 3 minions though. No, wait. What am I missing? What did I not count? I counted those. Did I miscount the courtiers? That's really sucks. Okay. What did I miss? I must have missed some sort. I mean, I had to do what it wasn't going to change what I was going to do because I just had to do that. That wasn't really a choice for me. This is kind of a cruddy 5-2. Well, 2-5 anyway. 5-2 would be fine. You could do the buried treasure. 2-5 is rough because the engineer doesn't really open up anything. I guess you could do engineer masquerade. Maybe you do. That's not terrible, actually. Yeah, that's fine. If they collide, you're sad, but it's like a reasonable. The high roll is good, the middle roll is fine, and the bad rolls are just, Dominion. So what did I miss? There were 5 courtiers and 5 golds. I guess that's 30. Wait, yeah, that's 30. So then just the 2 minions. It was basically exact. I mean, it wasn't exact, but did I have enough to buy an estate on my? And I didn't have 18, right? I only had 15, or not 15. I only had 17, right? If I had 18, I should have bought an estate. But now I don't remember what I had. And I didn't try to trigger a shuffle or anything. I could have played for more money and attacked, I guess. I had attacked, right? Now I don't remember. I have to look, because if I hadn't attacked, then that card, they needed the card to get the money. So War chest is pretty good here. This will be... Guess we'll have to see what we're past, but... Probably an expedition. I have to go back and look at my turn, because I could have tried to dig for enough money to get the estate. And if I hadn't attacked yet, then that was certainly valuable. It was hard to want to trigger the shuffle at that point because of the what would have been in the discard, and there was no guarantee my opponent would have to attack. I would have had to look. I'll have to look again. I may have botched it. So we don't get to do anything here. There's not really much value in taking this. We haven't missed a trash or anything. We missed some buys off the engineer basically dudding, but and just drawing, you know, slower. So in that sense, mask nothing would have worked out a little better, but you know, what can you do? Where is the other? It doesn't matter. This is almost a good enough war chest board to double war chest, right? Between the crypts and the buried treasures, capital city town. Once the towns are gone, it'll get a little worse, but we're gonna eventually have two down. Well, I'm not playing River Shrine most likely. This may be buried treasure. I'm not sure. I'm kind of ready for a buried, or I'm kind of ready for a buried treasure because I would like to try and get canal, but there are some other ways of getting to the things. The change from the one reduction to make the 5s engineerable is probably more significant because it's not like you get 3 so that province enters war chest territory. Gold will enter war chest territory, but it does that from just 1 anyway. I guess gold will become engineerable, but gold looks pretty bad here. The River Shrine. The River Shrine engineer change just seems a little more significant. Okay. I maybe ought to have taken a second mask with the engineer. This is cute. This is quite cute. I don't know. It's hard. It is a little hard to really make them miss things here. There's just a lot of alternative gains. Especially the first war chest. The second one, you maybe have a little more information, but by that time, it is also may not matter. So, so you can deny draw. I mean, Crypt is also going to be probably pretty good. They can pick up town. I don't know. Hopefully we find mask. Find something. This hand is gonna suck a little bit without the expedition. I'm not. It's okay if we. Oh my gosh. Okay. It was almost fried. Well, I'm not getting around to the. It doesn't really matter. Flourishing trade may simply never activate. That seems very possible. Okay, so if we don't hit it's the question of the value of the expedition versus the double. I would kind of like to gain in play. See the end of the estates. I guess yurikamome is a little thinner than I am. 1 to 11, 6, 7, 8, 12 versus 1, 2, 3. No. I take it back. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 18. I thought, why did I see this as a different number? I'm confused now. Did they just buy a buried treasure? Where did they get a buried treasure? I'm so oh, they engineered it, right? Perfect, excellent. Well, I'm not really sure. Again, I don't think it matters a whole lot. You can't... Maybe I should have named Masquerade there. I don't know. What does it matter? Who cares? I was gonna say this could potentially be bad, but did not end up being bad. What are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We would kind of like to get to $6, but I guess that's not going to happen. Not here anyway. I didn't get to punish with anything nice there. We can get up to 4. Yeah, you would really like to expedition. This could be a sadness. Well, four is just not even all that good at all. What's the last card? Is just a copper? No, it's like another capital city or something. We can almost afford a masquerade. So we've added this is the question, is whether this... So we added 2 masks. 2 masks. We removed... The buried treasure doesn't really count against anything. The other one was a town. We trashed some. This might be okay. It was fortunate. Oh, it's terrible for yurikamome. Hopefully now I can just like expedition and be pretty safe. I don't know. The capital cities, I just don't care. The gold maybe is a reasonable thing. The golds I can understand. That river shrine's still floating around. But it's not low enough that like Yurikamome can threaten activating it and then playing a bunch of villages and piling the estates. You know, that's just still not close. Also hard to sequence that in a way that you actually get, well, no, you don't have to sequence it, but you do have to play River Shrine 4 more times. I don't know that the game's gonna last long enough for that. Not with all these engineers and towns and things going. Towns, buried treasures, and engineers running around. Seems difficult. This is a hard for me to decide on the trash. Well, 4. I don't need 4. I don't think. I guess you can also do it like this and have one on top there. Something like that. Now the question is there a nice engineer gain in play that we want to do, or do we just kind of go for buried treasures and see where we end up? But we're not going to have any. How close are we to piling? Like if I run the towns now, no. But they'll be good to have. Could blow these up big. So now the buried treasures have to be drawn, or have to be passed at least. I'm like, what is the, there's not really a pile out threat from yurikamome. I'm gonna have 11 down to 8, which is probably expedition, engineer. It's going to be hard for Yurikamome to build without opening up 3-pile. They'll certainly try to province. Unless I'm missing something. The buys aren't there yet. Right? I don't think. Maybe I've messed up. I have most of the towns, right? You know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I certainly didn't count, so. They can empty these. Then they would need 3 buys and $8 to empty these. And I can't prevent both VP scores. That may have been too low. I don't know. I don't know if they can draw everything and get the buys. Probably not the actions and the buys. I don't know. There's a problem with the war with the war chest can get duchy or can get one of the 5s that they would need. But the town for actions is helpful. Mine might have screwed up. I don't know if the draw is all there though. They only have 2 masquerades. They played 1 masquerade the last turn, right? Right. Which doesn't mean it's not possible, but. And they played a war chest? 1 war chest? They played both war chests. So getting around to the gains is far from guaranteed. I mean, not with having a bunch of stuff as well. You can probably cycle through with the capital cities, but. I think they only have 1 more town, if that. How many towns did I have? One, 2, 3. Oh, I have 4 towns. It would have to draw a town. Well, that's not gonna help, right? Was there another engineer that I missed? They only have one buy. Oh, they're taking a tie. They're taking a tie. Was there an engineer that I just... They have 3 engineers the whole time and that's what I miscounted. That's what I missed. That there was a 3rd engineer in deck. I thought they were gone. So there's just a tie. Or is it a win even? Well, they just stop because even if you play the other war chest, it doesn't... No, wait, if you play the other war chest... Did they just not draw it? I'm so confused. Well, that was bad. I should have... Should have won that one for sure. I should have won that one for sure, and I should have won... Well, I don't know about the minion one. I gotta check it. Let's check the minion one. What happened? That sucks. We should have the 3-3 for sure. I missed that engineer. That was just bad. I gotta how do I do this? Let's see. I'm gonna assume Rat won't find it even if we do something like that. Apparently I did not go far enough back for Rat not to find it. Still not far enough back. This is apparently not a hard win for Lord Raddington to find. I am not finding the decision point. We'll get it eventually. Alright, okay. Alright, well this at least is in my turn, I guess. No. Yeah. This is like the very end of my turn. Okay. So we played, let's just play it from the start and see. Okay. So then I do the mountain shrine and then we're here. So here, right. This is the issue is going to be whether we can even find the gold or not. You can do like coin gold and then you can do action coin, right? And then you can go like this. What was this equal to anyway? Yes, this was just 17, which was the same if you play this slightly different. So this was just 17, which is not enough to get the estate. And I had not discarded either though, so that means that the discard here does change the cards that yurikamome would have been able to draw through, because I think they used all the draw. I think it was exact on draw for Yurika. Anyway, this also gets to this option. And then I have this hand, which probably gets minioned away in the real game. But I'm honestly very likely to just make to the province. So I should have counted there. It's just such a pain to count up the total money on that. I mean, it's not impossible by any stretch, but it is annoying. And I should have done it. The issue is not just the money though, it's that you have to kind of count draw as well. The risk is that the risk is here. I don't actually know what if there's much chance of not finding enough for double. That's the other portion of the risk. But there were 2 golds and like 4 minions in there or something, because there's 2 more minions and a gold in this bottom 5. This is 2 province, 2 minion gold in the bottom 5, which means that the worst hand you can draw, the worst $4 hand you can draw is the 3 province gold hand, and it would whiff double. If you bottom deck all 4 minions, you would whiff double, and that would be problematic. But I'm lucky I didn't lose that war chest game, because that could have, if they had 2 war chests, I lose it. Because you can't block the VP and the buy on the masquerade or whatever. Yeah, so it's hard because you can whiff double, and if I whiff double, then it's a little easier of a win for yurikamome. It would be like triple and 2 is, you know, triple and 3 estates or whatever would have done it. 3 estate duchy, or 3 estate, not 3 estate, 3 duchy estate probably would have done it. So that becomes a little easier. The minion attack is certainly not nothing though. This is unlikely. If you draw any of the if you draw any minions at all, it's fine, because either you draw a minion with gold or you draw a minion without gold, and then you can cycle to a hand that's guaranteed to have gold. So you do have to bottom deck 4 minions to whiff double, which is pretty unlikely. Yeah, that is sad. Let's go back to the other one too. Let's try and be constructive in some fashion. I'm sure here we can, I'm probably the bot can't even play war chess, so this likely doesn't matter. Where we go here, we'll probably find a spot where the bot is frozen. So we're looking at from here, and it was like we only needed to not gain, we only really needed to gain maybe one fewer thing. Or even if we go, we would do this and get like a duchy. I don't know, what did they let me get? Capital and town or something. I don't know if I even got a town, but we can still do this number. I'm gonna assume, I actually don't know that the bot's gonna progress through this. Okay, the bot can apparently progress through it. So this is like no lowering by the bot, basically. Now, what would have been available for Eureka would have been quite different, probably, but so then I'm at a spot where I have 4 buys and I have to gain some number of these, either eight things, or I may have to green some as well. Might be an issue. Not saying that I clicked those pretty quick, so I'm not saying that what I did in that one spot was at all gonna be the best thing to do. I'm just kind of clicking through to see what the things are. Now you can do a little bit of overdraw, which is nice. Maybe not worth, let's just see what we have off this, money-wise. So like this will, you are going to retain your ability to like use buried treasure to, or use, war chest to gain like duchies. Probably. Do you have enough money to pile from this? You need 8. You need 20 bucks just to pile here, though. You get 1, then you only need 16 bucks. So like then this is either a state or duchy, depending on what they name. And then you do have this as a pile out. Plus you can get an estate. So it probably works. It's probably safe, something along those lines. Again, it's hard, I'd have to count, because this third engineer is a real pain in the butt. But the towns were not there. The buy was not there, so it was like, lowering the engineers was okay, because that was a buy limited pile, more or less, and the buys were not there for yurikamome. But the gains were, and so lowering the buried treasure and additional time, or the whatever the capital cities, that was a problem. Should have won both those games. All right. Well, that's just on me. I think the opportunities were there and I just didn't take advantage of them. So, all right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all for my next match.